The cadres who sprayed the church with bullets told the Truth and Reconciliation Commission that they cut short the attack when they were fired on by a congregant. The congregant was Charl van Wyk, now a missionary. He survived the attack, 11 did not. This is the hole left in the sanctuary curtain by one of the bullets fired by Charl van Wyk during the attack. In his new book, Shooting Back, The Right and Duty of Self-Defense, he criticizes elements of the Firearms Control Act, such as the concept of firearm-free zones.
I'd also rather have a firearm and not need it than need a firearm and not have one. Rwanda was a gun-free zone.
He says writing the book was a way of heightening public awareness of concerns about the act and his belief that it was a Christian duty to protect the innocent.
People like Charl van Wyk, a former soldier, was there when it happened. He was armed and shot back, wounding one of the attackers. He has also written a book about that day.
Yeah, experience that you just could never actually ever forget about. It's so ingrained in your mind. To see people that are just totally helpless, just falling to the ground and not being able to defend themselves is just absolutely horrendous.
When the shooting started, and a bullet must have passed about half a meter from me. That's the closest that I know of. There could have been other shrapnel, but from where I was sitting, that was the closest mark that I could see. The other marks were on the wall behind me, but they could have come even closer, but I don't know of it. Only by the grace of God. God obviously wanted me in his great authority and mercy to not be killed on that evening. And that's why I want to see Kaya too, is because I believe I've got a great message to tell him. I have the message of the gospel. Kaya could be be used by God as a great man in South Africa. We can talk about forgiveness, but it doesn't mean much if the second party doesn't also forgive him. Kaya has to forgive me for things. I have to forgive him, but that's only in a personal sense. I mean, his repentance needs to be to God. I mean, it was God's people. It was God's church that was, Kaya didn't attack because Charl was sitting there. You know what I mean? So there's no personal vendetta between the two of us.